Welcome, one and all, to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. First of all, thank you. I'm excited, too. Happy one-year anniversary of the Mueller investigation. Yeah, it's special. Special night. I got you this monologue. And the Senate gave us all something big yesterday. Remember the infamous Trump Tower meeting with Kremlin lawyer Natalia Veselnitskaya? Veselnitskaya met with Donald Trump Jr., Jared Kushner, and Paul Manafort, or as I call them, the three Colluges. Well, yesterday, the Senate Judiciary Committee released 2,500 pages on that Trump Tower meeting. 2,500 pages. Man, that is going to take a long time for Donald Trump Jr. to tweet out. Now, the documented purpose of this meeting was to get dirt on Hillary Clinton from the Russian government, but both Don Jr. and the president have insisted Trump Sr. knew nothing about it. In fact, Don Jr. told senators, "I wouldn't have wasted his time with it, because Dad gets angry when you interrupt his toilet burger." But, But the transcript of his testimony shows that after Don Jr. set up this meeting with help from a Russian oligarch's son, as you do when you're not colluding, he immediately made a 4-minute mystery call to a blocked number, and earlier testimony revealed that candidate Trump's primary residence has a blocked number, although it comes up on Don Jr.'s phone as definitely not Dad. Then, right after the call to the blocked number, Don Jr. called the oligarch's son back. Now, I don't know if that's the smoking gun, but if you still believe Don Jr., I want $5 worth of whatever you're smoking. Because Don Jr. claims he doesn't remember who he spoke with in that call. Sure, he could have been speaking to anybody between 2 calls to a Russian oligarch's son planning to collude with the Russian government. "Hello, Domino's, you'll never guess who has dirt on Hillary Clinton. Okay, gotta go, need to call the Kremlin back. Click. Damn it, I forgot the garlic knots." I always forget the garlic knots. And that wasn't the only thing that Trump Jr. didn't remember doing. We counted, and Trump Jr. told the Senate Judiciary Committee he couldn't recall something 186 times. Or as Don Jr. said, whatever number comes after 185, I do not recall. Of course, some people aren't so forgiving about memory lapses during testimony, like Donald Trump Jr., who once tweeted, "If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Mark Twain." To which Mark Twain responded, "You're going to jail, Mark Twain." Yeah. Just clean that up a little. Just clean that up a little bit. Just clean that, I think. Yeah. We also learned from the Senate that there was another Trump Tower meeting that we'd never even heard about before. This one was after the election between Trump officials and Russia's ambassador to the U.S., Sergei Kislyak, who, in the Russian tradition, appears to have many smaller people inside of him. Don Jr., yeah, Matryoshka dolls. The kids love Matryoshka doll jokes. Don Jr. testified that he wasn't told about this meeting, and when asked why he didn't join this meeting, he replied, "Because I didn't know what it was about, and I was sweaty from the gym." Finally, something I can believe. Don Jr. being ignorant and sweaty. Of course, the whole collusion thing is about the Trump campaign collaborating with the Russians who hacked Hillary Clinton's emails and leaked them through WikiLeaks. But Don Jr. was very clear that he was not in contact with WikiLeaks. Much. Well, maybe a bit. Telling the Senate, "I think the only time I responded to them was, 'Hey, when am I going to receive the next leak?' Oh, that's exactly the colluding part? Can I change my answer to no? May I phone a friend? And quick follow-up, may I have a friend?" So, he met with members of the Russian government to get dirt on Hillary. He knew when the hacked emails were coming out, and he was coordinating the timing of their release with WikiLeaks. Is that the smoking gun? is the gun smoking? Can we check on the gun?
Oh, he's so guilty! He is so guilty! Oh!
Nope, just fire so far. And while his lawyer looked on in horror, Don Jr. continued, and they would reach out on a few occasions, sort of passing along news. Hey, you may want to tweet this. And then you would just tweet it? In that case, hey, Don Jr., you may want to tweet this. We did it, please arrest my dad. But it wasn't just fans. But it wasn't just Don Jr. The committee also talked to the agent who represented the Russians, music producer, and worst-case scenario Simon Cowell, Rob Goldstone. Goldstone, Simon Cowell fans here tonight. Goldstone told the committee that the oligarch's son insisted he helped set up a meeting with Donald Trump Jr. to pass along dirt on Hillary Clinton, overriding Goldstone's own warnings that the meeting would be a bad idea. And if he thought the meeting was a bad idea, you know it was a bad idea, because here are just a few things he thought were good ideas. This hat, this hat, this hat, not to mention these videos.
Hello, Andy. I like to condition and moisturize my hair. I can't get it off.
When you're watching the royal wedding this weekend and thinking about how classy the British are, on behalf of the patriots who died at Lexington and Concord, I want you to remember Rob Goldstone. Now, prior to these transcripts coming out, the Trump team had planned to use this anniversary as a turning point in their campaign to end Mueller's probe. Oh, it's a turning point, all right. You thought that probe was deep before? Mueller's about to give it a firm twist. He might have to roll up his sleeves.
Oh.
Now, the man tasked with the time to wrap it up message is Trump lawyer and man praying to lose his job, Rudy Giuliani, who said, we're going to try as best we can to put the message out there that it has been a year, there has been no evidence presented of collusion or obstruction, and it is about time for them to end the investigation. Okay, well, I'm going to try as best I can to put the message out there that if you start a sentence with, we're going to try as best we can to put the message out there, nobody should believe the message that you are trying to put out there. Yeah.
Make it plain. Oh, yeah.
Giuliani hopes that his words will intimidate Mueller. But if they don't, he's prepared, saying, we don't want to signal our action if this doesn't work. We're going to hope they listen to us, but obviously we have a plan B and C. Smart. Now they just have to come up with a plan A. And last night, Giuliani explained why Mueller's investigation is pointless anyway.
They can't indict him constitutionally.
Which Mueller agreed today. He's going to abide by no indictment of the president.
Right.
Notice how neither of them said Trump is innocent? It's like the old saying, if you can't do the time, be president, and then crime, crime, crime. But Giuliani does have a point, because the Justice Department has held they can't indict a sitting president since the Nixon administration, and that was reaffirmed in the Clinton administration. Yes, our two most innocent presidents. I am not a crook, and I did not have sexual relations with that woman, has now become, I am a crook, and I did have sexual relations with that woman, and you can suck it. And I'm paraphrasing. Obviously. Do we have that on tape? Is that a quote? And Giuliani brushed off Don Jr.'s meeting with the Russians to get dirt on Hillary.
Nothing illegal about that. And even if it comes from a Russian or a German or an American, it doesn't matter. And they never used it. It's the main thing. They never used it. They rejected it. If there was collusion with the Russians, they would have used it.
What? Don't admit that. You're the dumbest lawyer on earth. Your Honor, my client is not the murderer because no one would give him a gun. If he had one, we'd all be dead. The man is a maniac. Look out! There he goes, get him! Is he gone? Meanwhile, back on the farm, the president celebrated the first anniversary of Mueller's investigation with this tweet. Congratulations, America. We are now into the second year of the greatest witch hunt in American history. First of all, you do realize that those actual witch hunts were also American history, right? And second, you don't need to congratulate us. We're not Vladimir Putin. And third, can we stop calling it a witch hunt? That implies everyone involved is innocent, and Mueller's already charged 19 people as well as 3 companies and secured 5 guilty pleas. For Pete's sake, they arrested Michael Flynn on the tarmac of JFK when he was about to take off on his broomstick. And please clean that up, Steve. Exactly, thank you. And Trump twote on. The only collusion was done by Democrats. I didn't collude, you colluded. I'm rubber, you're glue. And as Stormy Daniels will tell you, I don't use a rubber. We got a great show for you tonight.